Hi there, welcome to Apple World. At the present time online, I simply continue to see pictures of you and Drake. What's the deal with you and Drake? You all have a record coming. Weebie Sexy Red just declared she's pregnant with her subsequent kid, and word on the road is Drake is the child daddy. The web has been going crazy with the tales that Drake and Provocative Red have been catching up with it on the low throughout recent months. And, surprisingly, however the relationship began as a fellowship, things got pretty serious, and presently she's conveying an entire child for him. This really makes sense of why Drake has been showing her hella love as of late and ruining her with costly gifts. We was behind the stage at his room. We was simply chilling, so for those of you all who ain't been on the gram of late, Provocative Red posted a photograph of her child knock on Instagram only a couple of days prior and subtitled the post group kid or young lady and presented one more legacy. Photograph on her IG story and said I was pregnant, as on here attempting to suck my tummy in. I became wary of faking, and since she declared that the web is persuaded that Drake is the child daddy and honey thick. Here are receipts to demonstrate it now. For those of you all who don't know, Drake and Provocative Red met back in July. When she went to a show in New York, Drake approached her in the group, gave her a kiss on the cheek, and said, "Look, they got my child mother here this evening." Applause. They later connected UP behind the stage, and Drake was around there behaving like a groupie. He had her on his lap and continued to kiss her all around her face. He posted the second to his IG story and subtitled, "It just met my legitimate spouse at Provocative Red in another post," he said. "Assuming my young lady sees you all backstage being parched, it will get smoky." Drake was truly doing the most, and he was with me. Everyone was coming into the room, and he was being pleasant, presenting me she's wonderful, she's incredible. This sexy Red, it was fun. Drake fun, better believe it. He turned. He lit red and likewise posted a similar photograph along with one more image of Drake staying his tongue out and slobbering over her with the subtitle, "I'm your one rapper, most loved rapper," and afterward a few news sources began detailing that they were something beyond companions indeed. Even Red kind of affirmed this herself in a meeting, yet she immediately attempted to backtrack. Right now, online I simply continue to see pictures of you and Drake. Pictures of you and Drake. What's the deal with you and Drake? You all got a record coming. I'm playing that is my people groups. We got a tune coming out. Do you all truly, expected to? Nevertheless, I did nearly nothing on his melody. He sent me a beat and I had rap for him or anything he was with it, so we going to check whether if he dro. That I love, that is all there is to it, going to be named after you. I realize Drake generally does a record after ladies. I don't know just me, I don't have the foggiest idea what he is going to do. He is going to jump out with some psycho. I realize individuals didn't get it and called her out, like this fan who said she was not playing. She later posted a photograph to her Instagram of her and Drake with the caption, "I'm with my man, yet it's free. My other man at Champagne, Poppy Drake, has likewise been giving her truly costly presents. As of late, he even got her a precious stone-encrusted Cartier watch worth over $30,000. Reed posted a video of the watch to her Instagram alongside piles of money that were given to her by Drake, with the subtitle, "Thank you, Drake, ice me the F out, then enormous BOS. I value that large canine," and individuals are persuaded that Drake alluded to this in one of his tunes and his new collection for every one of the canines in the melody. Rich Child Daddy, which additionally includes Red herself. Drake apparently referred to the precious stone watch he purchased for herself, and furthermore, he guaranteed he needed to show her how to give him the best understanding of what he rapped. I realized it was love when it began as a kinship, getting some information about a child. We ought to most likely get a Frenchie. Wussing many evenings, I'll change your life. You ain't even skilled enough to bleep it right. I showed you right. You ain't even expertise cold, and you were till I got you ice. You couldn't take a gander at him. We are an alternate kind," as well as accepting that the title of the actual tune was an unobtrusive affirmation from them that Drake was the child daddy. One individual said to stand by and imagine a scenario in which Drake got pregnant and they were attempting to let us know through that rich child daddy melody, and only a couple of days prior, when that private tape of R and one of her tricky connections was presented on her Instagram stories, Drake showed his help for her by sending her a costly bunch of roses. He posted an image of her holding the blossoms to his story and subtitled it, Gratitude for holding me down and killing the entire summer. You are the most thoughtful, generally strong, and I love you. I also uncovered that simply last week when she had her pregnancy desires while spending time with Drake. He advised his gourmet expert to cook her anything she needed, and she picked Macintosh and cheddar. She posted the bowl of Macintosh and cheddar to her story and said I told her at Champagne. Poppy, I was ravenous, and he had a culinary specialist make me anything. As I've mentioned, a few sources are saying that despite the fact that she and Drake were screwing with each other, their relationship wasn't restrictive, and they were as yet permitted to see others as an afterthought in the event that they needed it, which makes sense of why attractiveness has still been without shouting my child daddy all around Beyonce's web, while additionally calling Drake her man, genuinely on the off chance that Drake truly ends up being the child daddy. It appears as though EA didn't actually design it since they genuinely were giving significant companions with advantages. Energy yet? Hello? I surmise the truth will surface at some point. Who's actually the child daddy now? Ren then again appears truly unbothered, and she's simply disapproving of her business partaking in her life. I figure we can all concur that regardless of every one of the exceptionally unusual things that have occurred in 2023, Drake getting provocative and pregnant is most certainly something not even one of us saw coming. Many individuals took to web-based entertainment about this. Like this one individual who said Drake has been AS for his entire life and what will happen when her child daddy escapes prison. He is going to kill Drake. Someone else said Drake was moronic. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.